So this is just a grapevine wreath that David purchased somewhere. And he had to punch the holes in the coyote face for me last night because my hands will not do that. And so what I'm going to do now is attempt to lace this coyote head into this grapevine wreath, which is going to take a butt ton of cordage. And I'm going to start down here at the nose because I can kind of make it the center point. So I can pull the cordage through and try to make it the center point. Try. I mean, you know, it's really hard to get it dead on, but you can try. That's pretty good. Okay, so now what I can do is I can start going either way with this coyote. And I know I want him kind of down here, I want his nose touching down here because I want to really stretch that up there. So I'm just simply going to take the other end of this cordage here and I'm going to go around the grapevine. And what I may do is go around it a couple of times. I don't know, it may look better just once. I don't know. Let's see. I know I have to find the next hole that's punched, which can be half the battle when you're dealing with these things. There it is. Find the next hole, thread it through. Make sure that you're not stretching him too far because he's got to still go over there. Back around. Find the end. Go find the next hole. That one was easy to find. Getting the leather through the frickin' hole. Maybe easier said than done. There we go. Thread it. Kind of even out your cordage. Make sure you're not pulling them too much to one side. Go around. Find the next hole. It should be up here at the top. Somewhere. Wherever my husband may have put the hole. Hello. There it is. Singing along, Richie song. Is it me you're looking for? Yes, you. Get in there. Get in there. I have a little dowel, but I end up hurting myself with it when I try to use it, so I don't use it that often because I will end up stabbing my hand because it is very sharp, which is actually what David used to punch the holes in this pelt with. He didn't use a leather punch. Here's the next one. That one we want to kind of pull up toward the top. Now we're going to come around. Find the next hole. It should be somewhere around the ear bulb. Oh, finding the holes. There it is. Okay, and so that's kind of got him halfway through. And I'm just going to kind of tie this off right here because I'm going to have to stretch it and fix it and pull it and loosen it and tighten it. And so I'm going to start with this side now and do the same thing. Find the hole. This is honestly the hardest part. Let's see, it's right there with the other ones. It's there it is. Oh, come on, where are you? Right there you are. There you are. It can be really hard sometimes to find. Oh. Okay, let's see. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do in here is this side's going to be under, the other side's going to be over. I wish I had not pulled it out. There it is. I found it again. It's okay. And that's simply because I used his nose to start. Thank goodness most people don't really care for that. They don't care if it's over or under. You see, I can already tell him I'm going one way too far, so I'm going to end up having to loosen and move him over. So I'm going to undo this up here. I'm going to loosen it a little bit and pull a little bit. Not a whole lot. Alright, going for the next hole. Next hole. And you just want to kind of match these up, if at all possible, with the other side and make sure that you're pulling tight on the areas of the coyote face that will make it display better. These are always the hardest ones to find. It gets up there behind that ear bulb, and I cannot, for the life of me. Found it. Okay. So there's our stretched coyote face. Now I'm going to work with him a little bit because now I actually want him to shift that way. So I'm going to loosen this back up. Give his nose a little bit more leeway. Pull him up. Pull him up. Pull him up. Pull him up. Come on, Mr. Goat. Work with me. Work with me. Pull him up. Pull him up. Pull him up. And then I'm going to have to go back through and tighten them all again. Tighten them all again. So this guy right here is now woven and stretched. And what I'm going to be doing is adding some decorative limbs, some feathers, maybe some beading, and then we'll see how it goes from there. Because I've never actually tried to bead one, which means I may completely unlace them and bead them. I'm a glutton for punishment at this point. So that would look like, we'll take this one then. That would look like me going back on this side now since I have the right tightness everywhere. And starting right outside of that eye. And taking these beads and just randomly putting the beads on until they cover the space between him and where the leather goes over the wreath. Which I think may be something I want to do. So let me do this for a while and then I'll be back to show you what this looks like, because this is going to take a goddamn long time. Be right back, y'all. Okay, so I did decide to go back and bead him, and this is what he looks like beaded. Isn't it pretty? His face will kind of pucker out. I'm going to have to do a little bit of bending and stuff on him. But now I've got to decorate him. I don't really know what I'm going to decorate him with. I've got some moss. I've got some feathers. I've got some flowers. I've got some bones. I don't know what I'm going to decorate him with. So we'll see what he ends up looking like later, because I'm very tired right now. And here's his pretty little ears. And I actually want to try to make his ears stick up. So I may very well do something to felt his ears a little bit to make them kind of stick up. Because I love his little ears. I think his little ears are so cute. But here he is beaded and woven onto the grapevine wreath. And I don't really care for these wreaths, so I try to do stuff to hide them as best as I can. So we'll see what I can do to hide the wreath. This is him so far. We'll see what happens later. Okay. So I went and dug in my bone pile. I think what I'm going to do is put some moss. Maybe do some just kind of willow wispy stick outs. But then I think I may also put this beaver skull somewhere, or this beaver jaw somewhere. I don't know, I haven't made my mind up. If I do, I'm going to have to paint him and glue his teeth in, because as you can see, the beaver teeth just, they come out. That's a whole beaver tooth, by the way. Let me put it back in his skull. So I'm going to have to kind of, he's been cleaned and bleached, but I'm going to have to clean him up, glue his teeth, and paint him a pretty color. But I don't know if I want him on this or not. We'll just have to see what he tells me he wants to be in a little while. But this is my stopping point for right now because I'm exhausted. We'll finish him later. I actually kind of like him kind of plain, but I've got to add something else to him. I can't stand the grapevine wreath showing. I can't do it. I can't take it. If you have comments or ideas, put them in. Yeah, put them below. Drawing a blank here.